It's RocksAlot here. I hope you're all doing very well. I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm actually in a really good mood. A little steamy out here. It's cooking out here is what it is. But yeah, I've had a really good week. And looking forward to trying a couple new things today. Some of these you've seen. They are pre-cut, pre-polished, and await me to finish them off. And then I have basically 3 pieces I want to get to. Let's take you in a bit closer. Hi there. Hey buddy, how are you? Welcome in. I hope you're doing all right out there. I wish I could go walking around those rivers. I really do. One day. So, yeah. I've had some decent family news in the last couple of days. And so, yeah, we might plan a trip. I don't know if it'll be maybe the beginning of summer next year, maybe. Something like that. Good. I love watching your videos and everything. And yes, I'm very envious that I don't get to go rock hounding like you do. And in one of your last shorts, there's a little creek that comes down into the main river. And for some reason, I want to go digging there and pan a few pans. Hey, Zahir, welcome in. Glad you could make it. I know it's a little late in the morning. And I'm doing great. I'm actually doing well, even though we lost the football match yesterday. They played really well. Coaching wasn't so hot. I'm just telling you, buddy, I've seen that creek twice now, I think, in 2 different shorts that you've shown, or maybe it's the same one that I've watched twice. And it comes down pretty steep. And I bet at the bottom of that little creek it's like a mini waterfall. I'd be digging at least a couple of pans just to see. I don't know if you get a lot of gold around your area. It just looked good. So, what are we going to do today? That's a good question. I got 4 things, actually. Then, this is actually a Skyfire Turquoise. Welcome, everybody. And this is some Opal. It's mostly blue, as you can see. It's got some sandy in it. And we're going to take the skin off of that and see if I take something like this, which is, I can't think of what it's called now. I got it from Don Dupuy. And we'll see if it brings out the color anymore by having that dark background. No lapis lazuli. Sorry, I got a lozenge in my mouth. But I do have this piece, and it still needs finished. That's one we did in the last one. So, we shall see. Hey, Romania. Welcome in. Gee, I never know whether to say Addy or Romania. Why don't we say Addy, Romania? Look at that. So there is some good blue in there. It's almost like a lavender blue on my end. So yeah, we're going to take that Cuba Petey. I got a really good deal on this. I didn't pay that much for this. I think they sold it pretty cheap, maybe too cheap, but I've also had other Opal from them that didn't work out, so it sort of balanced out. And so we got Skyfire. I don't know what that's going to be. And I'm going to try something new. It's actually sort of a semi-commission. I did that little piece of coral for I don't even know if that was turquoise in that ring. I really don't think it was. So this used to be a pendant. And it'd been in that shop for a long time. And if you can see through there, you can kind of see almost like it's bubbled on that other side. I guess that's inside. I mean, it is amber. So, hey Dusty, how are you doing? Soul, how are you? I know you've been showing a lot of rocks. Guys, if you don't know, I mean, most of you that are in the chat know each other already, but if you are just lurking, go check out these people in the chat. Check out their channels. Very kind, very generous people. So I don't know what he asked me to clean this up. Looks like it's been smashed on the bottom. Do we take that out completely? Because I don't know how deep that goes. See how deep that goes? I would lose that whole corner. So we'll work on that too. I think just to start, let me do the Skyfire. Oh, Dusty's in here, so this is Skyfire, supposedly Dusty. It actually looks pretty good. I don't know what it's going to look like inside, but we're going to find out. There's plenty of people in here. Hope everybody's doing well. Unfortunately, England lost yesterday. Could speak all kinds of things about the whole game, but England did rather well. They got the semi-finals. I was a little disappointed in the coaching at the end and some of the decisions they made, and I would have done it differently, but I'm just a small-time lapidarist with a regular job. So who am I to tell them? And I think I quit playing football when I was like 18. Maybe. No, that's not true. In my 20s. I stopped in my 20s. So thank you for all those thumbs up too. Lyra, welcome. Yeah, I don't know, Dusty. We'll see. It wasn't an expensive piece, but it's got that blue poking out. Not, I mean, that's part of the formation. It's almost like it started a stalactite or a stalagmite, whichever way up you want to do it. And so let's get a pre-picture because I always forget. Lucky, how you doing? Nice to see you. Yeah, we'll see on the Opal. I don't know which. I probably poop-a-doo. You know what? I got to change what I'm doing. Let's go back to the amber. And the reason I say that is my wheels are clean, the water's clean, and so let's take a closer look at the amber. I have not cut it before. I really don't want to start too aggressive, but we're going to see if we can take some of this out. So let's turn the light off for a second. That's sort of its daytime color right there. And let's take a peek with a flashlight. Hey Sharon, yeah, we're going to do the Opal after this. I wasn't thinking. So you can see it's kind of crazed a little bit on this too. It's old. It's been out of the ground a long time. I didn't see any insects or anything in there, but you can see how that it's crazed on the outside over the years of being out. We could. I mean, if you go in my garden, there's plenty of big dinosaurs back there, and they're only about, I guess the lizards get to about 8 inches if the tail doesn't get snagged. And then locally we got plenty of gators. So let's have a look. And so it does fluoresce. So it is real amber. I was a little skeptical at first. And you can see all the bits that have been bashed already and knocked around, chipped off the top where the hole was. I'm going to try and clean all that up and see how we do. We could. I can do the Opal first. Who wants the Opal first? Then you guys are all going to leave me. I don't care. That's fine. We can do the Opal first. Who wants to do the Opal first? We'll do the Opal first. Why not? It's not too dirty, so it doesn't mess up my... All right. I'm going to have to put it in chat. I can't put a poll up, but we're going to do this. First 5 answers in the chat. Amber or Opal? And that's where we're going to start. Oh, Dusty. I can't do it. I'm not gonna. The reason, there is a reason. So the reason I'm not doing that first is because it's going to mess up my water a little bit. It's going to dirty up the. It's going to dirty up a little. Hey Harold, how you doing? Opal, Amber. I've got Amber. Opal. No, that's you again. So I have 2 Amber and 1 Opal, Betty. I mean, I'm going to get to it. Amber. I'm sorry, Zahir. But we're going to do what we were doing. Yep, sorry. We'll come back to it. And let me get some light back. Oh, I need some. Let's do some of this. I don't even know how long this is going to take because it is soft. And let me explain some of the research that I did. So I haven't done Amber before. It's not that I don't have it. I do have a big chunk. So from my Larimar estate, I think this is Amber in here, believe it or not. And I don't know how to cut that. So I found that in the Larimar estate, and it's a chunk. You can see how it dripped down. It's almost wood-like. And maybe it was a pseudomorph. So do you cut that up? I don't know. It's even got a little shiny spot. And yeah, I've got that in the mix. But I've always wanted to do it, and you can see sort of that red, gorgeous red color on this one. The thing I was apprehensive about is it's a resin. So it's a tree sap, and so as you heat it, it's going to react in different ways. So I've seen people do it with Dremel, I've seen people do it by hand, by sandpaper, but I've never seen anybody doing it on the wheel. Now when they've done the Dremel, they haven't had the water that I have on this machine. So, hey Sharon, how are you? Oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. I heard about all the smoke coming down from Canada. Hi Patricia, welcome in. I'm doing my highs. Prairie Girl, welcome in. Thank you for being here. I've been watching your meteorite stuff. So I'm just going to start. We're going to start up here because this is the biggest mess. And we'll see how it does on the wheels. I'm going to start on this 240. And let's see how we do. Become some extra light in your eyes. Yeah. We got the smoke going on. Lucky the storm didn't appear over here. It's supposed to come out of the Gulf. And then don't forget to cook your food. I see that parasitic something or other going around the country. So we're going to take this off because that's pretty ugly anyway. And I can be a little more aggressive up here. And then also, when I was looking at the stone, there isn't anywhere on the stone, really, that I saw that I won't be able to reach with my wheel. So I don't see any big concaves or anything. So let's see how this goes. I'm going to double up the water here. Again, so this is actually a commission. I told him I was leaving the jewelry store, giving back that ring, and I was like, I have never worked on amber before. It could go really wrong. So let's see if we can, let's touch it. I don't know, it's gone really easy. Alright, that was quick. So what I didn't ask him was whether he's going to put another hole through it. So let's thin it out a little bit, but not too much, because that was the problem to begin with it breaking. does facet really quick. You see that? I'm barely touching. I'm going to keep this thing cool because I don't want it to frost. But so what I'm afraid of is that the stone doesn't stay cool enough that it's going to end up frosting over. Alright. So I brought that in about 50% of it already. And then now I'm going to pull it all the way around like that, I think. Sort of rounding it off at the same time. So it looks good, but I gotta remember I'm wet right now. Well, not I am, the stone is. Thanks for all the little hearts down there. Oh goodness. No, I don't do work for the king. This is for the people that go walking out in the woods and find stuff on their rock hounding trips. Now this is probably Baltic amber, and I probably should have looked up. There's two periods for amber. There's the Baltic period, and there's one that is the Dominican Republic, and they are separated by millions of years. Maybe somebody in the chat knows that. So Betty, so far this is pretty easy. I'm just going to treat it like it's glass or obsidian. And let me round that up a little. I'm almost treating this top like a cab. And actually, because it's almost done up here, see, that's all I got left of the hole. Still a little facety, but I'm going to move over to the soft wheel. I think I can do less damage, and it also sort of blend with the soft wheel. This one, I can push on it a little bit, and actually that wheel will round out, which will help round out what's already rounded, if that makes sense. I got to get all this off. Let's try this edge. Off pretty easy, but I have to do the whole stone and with all the wheels. Let me get this little knot down here. So we're only going to do this to this wheel, and then we might get to the opal. I need to let this dry off so that I can see if I missed anything. Now my other dilemma, sort of the bigger dilemma on this piece is, if we can see it in this light and now that it's wet, it's chipped out. You see the sun flash in there? That's where it's been banged on something, taken a knock. It should be okay, but it's also, you see that big chunk? All sun flash in there. It's a really good way of explaining sun flash that you find in opal sometimes too. It's actually an inclusion within the stone that gives off color. So you can get faked out pretty easy. Go around this whole edge, so I kind of keep track of where I'm going. I'm trying to keep this piece substantial, so whoever's it is, isn't upset with how much they've lost. He said this was in the shop on a consignment for like 30 years, and nobody had ever bought it. So I don't even know if the original owner is still with us. So I don't know who to go for between Argentina and Spain. So can you see the cloudiness that I've put on this? It's not bad, but I have to get all that off. So yeah, Spain or Argentina, I really don't. I'm going more for the the third and fourth game that's on Saturday between France and England. And whoever wins gets to keep Calais. Alright, so we're going to let this dry off a little. Still got some more right there. And we'll do the Opal. And then we'll work on the Skyfire. Okay, so you can kind of see, I don't know if it's best in this light, that's better light. So you can see where I've gone over. It's put a little haze on it, see that? That's not a bad thing, that's just the slight scratches that I've had to put in to take the others off. Yeah, it'd be nice if they double tapped or hit the like up top. Akira, thanks for the hot pepper. Everybody needs some chili pepper. Let's see where I've missed. That's what left over from the hole. That's just a little facet. I've still got rough right there. So I think I have to look at this through different lights as I go along. Right now this is just the flash off of the phone. A little bit there. And this is just taking out the major damage. A little bit on the end. I'm sort of doing the wiggle waggle on each sort of end, almost like it's a cabochon on each corner. So just rounding it off like a regular dome. I don't know what we're going to do about that. Let's take that in anyway. I'm going to take that in. Blend it. See that little dot right there? I'm going to take that out. Freckle Cat in the house. That is my email if you ever have questions. Hey Ryan, how are you? Tink, tink. I think I'm doing well to have had breakfast this morning. Thanks to Freckle Cat. I had cheesy eggs and cinnamon rolls. Alright, you can kind of see everywhere I've worked by the haze. And we're going to let that dry out for a minute. And we're going to start the Skyfire. No, we're going to do the Opal. Then we'll do the Skyfire. I assume you would use cerium on this, but if you don't have every little surface polished out, I imagine cerium will jump right in there and never come out again. So far, I'm pretty happy with this. Very happy with this. I haven't screwed it up, so that's good. Hi everybody, welcome in. And if I can get it back to that polish, that'll be great. Alright, let's turn the light back on. Mind your eyes. I thought Alex Pereira was a UFC fighter. I'll let that go, no problem. Because here, I'm about to hit the Opal. Alright, so I'm very happy with that. We're going to let that dry and then we'll take another peek at it. Thank you for staying up to here. You can always go back and watch this again. I'll have it up, so. Austin, Graham, thank you very much. So, let's see, where is the Opal? I just had it in my hand. What's it taking? Oh, here it is. So, I don't know what's with these first two stones, but I got to, let's turn the light off again. We are going to turn the flash off. We're going to blacklight this first. This is Opal. Definitely Opal. The real Opal. I believe Cuba PD. That's just black light on there. And then do a quick look through from the side. A big chunk of sand right there. And then most of the rest of the sand seems to be superficial. It is a lot, you know, it's very jelly-like. So, what the hell? Oh, you got, I don't know if you got zapped or you retracted, but it looks like you retracted. It looks like somebody had a good go on cleaning this up to begin with. So, I'm going to just take it out. Let's take that out. Ready? Even got color in the sand. I might have to cut that off, but we'll see. I might just drop that off. So then I'll end up with a pretty decent oval, maybe. Oh, I opened up the pocket. See that pocket open up? Oh, that hasn't seen the light of day in a long, long time. Let's get a little pick if I have one out here. I do. Where did that come from? I got attacked by a piece of tape. Oh, that goes in pretty deep. Purple Cat's been working on the rock hounding sub club RV. It's not really an RV, it's a caravan. So it's coming along good. And are we going to cut this? It might be alright. gotta remember, I'm not dealing with a piece of turquoise there. I'm dealing with some opal. Clean up the edge on the outside, and then I'm going to move to the other wheel so I don't take too much off. The grade of this opal is not like AAA, so I don't mind losing a little bit, and I'm not too worried about the shape. It doesn't have to be calibrated, it can be a free form, and it is big enough to do that. You can see my finger, but not fantastically. So, let's bring this in. Lose the ridges here. This will also tell me if I should be coming from the other way. And I think it doesn't matter which side I do. I actually like the color popping a little bit better on this side. That's the light. Here comes the light. And I gotta flatten this back out. I'm assuming this is the back. A little presumptuous, but here we go. I did not see any cracks in this, so I'm pressing pretty hard. Almost clean on the back. So I'm on an 80 grit right here. It's a well-worn 80 grit, but this opal's pretty hard. It's not making it disappear rapidly. Welcome in, everybody. Candy in the house. Welcome in. Rose, welcome in. Kate, welcome in. Doug in the house. Welcome in. J&B in the house. Welcome in. Alright, we are pretty flat. So this was a piece from, I don't know if it was Don Dupuy. It came through one of Dave's sales. I forget whose it was. That might have been Jeff Hill. Actually, probably not Jeff, because I probably wouldn't have got the deal that I got. Jeff's a fantastic person with wonderful, wonderful quality stones, but his quality is so good, you know, you pay for what you get. Alright, let's do a quick test, see if this does anything with the black background. That's a bit better. And that might be what happens. This might be what I end up doing. Wow. See that sheen in there too? Let's keep going on the front here. thought I'd be doming an Opal on on an 80 grit wheel. I was watching Justin and his son Saxon before I came on today, and they stay on one wheel for a while before they end up dropping it. I don't think it's 80 grit though. Also this evening, if you go over to Robert's premiere, there's global prospecting on at 9 o'clock tonight. And I know he's doing some kind of Opal surgery is what it showed on his post. So go over to see him at 9 tonight. Say hi from RocksAlot if I'm not already in the chat. Reptile Z. I don't know if this is up to Reptile's standard of Opal. It's actually got a sheen to it. So that's without my hands, and it's almost like the northern lights almost coming out. I don't know what's making it do that, but I like it. I think it's on tonight. Hey Star, thanks for taking a walk with us today. This afternoon, Star's 5 hours ahead of us, or ahead of me here, and she was actually taking a walk down by the river where my family grew up, really, in the north of England. Alright, I'm being pretty brave with this. I've got to check. Let's go on to the next wheel. Hi Sharon, how are you? So we got a line here. I don't think it's a crack. I might be wrong. I think it's, well, I might be wrong because we still have this. Look at that sheen. I don't know where that sheen's coming from. I mean, other than it's Opal. So we're going to have to take this out. I don't know if that's coming off eventually too. Let me make a picture before I disappear. There we go. Awesome. I'm halfway to my third check on YouTube here. When I say check, I mean $100. But I am now part of the, what is it called? The Creator Partnership Program. All of you who are creators that are in the chat, or not in the chat and are just watching, if you get offered to do the boot camp, look at that. If you get offered to do the boot camp or any of the other programs, I would suggest trying to do it. It seems like a lot when it's written on paper, like 12 weeks of vertical live or whatever the program happens to be. It seems like a lot. Like you seem like you're going to be spending a lot of time doing it, and you're really not. You're just joining in other groups. I think the max we were at was maybe 60 people at a time, and then some of them were only like 27, 28 people in at a time. And it was really useful. But it also got me into the Creator Partnership Program. So if ever I have issues, I have people to call that can help me out. Not that I haven't had any issues, really. I did, Star. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's bigger than I remember, to tell you the truth. I know it's actually down right now, but See, normally it's the other way around with childhood stuff, that the stuff that you thought was enormous when you were a kid was actually tiny. So like houses or bedrooms, living rooms, that kind of stuff. Alright, I got a little issue here. Still got that undercut right here and here. Can't see it too well. So what do we do with those? Can you see it? What? Who did that? Close state is right. Cole, thank you so much. Really kind of you. Everybody give a thumbs up to Cole, or if you see that Anna Sunday. I could use a Sunday right now. It's just hot. I almost cussed there for a second. It's so hot out here. It's like sauna hot right now outside. Thank you so much, Cole. I'll have to show the picture I have of me. I'll bring the picture out one day, Star, and show it to everybody. It's actually me and my dad. And my dad wasn't gray yet when we took the picture, so I was pretty small. Alright. I have 3 issues now. I got leftover with a giant sand spot. And I've got those 2 little wonky edges, which, because it's on the bottom, I can't blend it out, and it will show. So look, looks good on that black, but it was you see where it shows right here, it's underneath. So do I cut that all the way in? Losing color, losing color. Oh, Dusty, I don't know. Let me finish it before I make it disappear. We can talk about it. We'll talk about it. Let's see if I get it finished, because it's going to get smaller as we go along here. Yeah, they can jump in and thumbs up. I appreciate that, Candy. Yeah, if you thumbs up, it's free. It doesn't cost you guys anything. Just shows a little bit of appreciation. And nobody knows if you thumbs up or not. So it helps push out the channel as we're going live, which has been doing really well. We are growing. Put it in a little bit. There's only a little bit left. Sorry. That's still deep. Man. I have a pretty good eye, Candy. I think most of you see the stones I see when I get them. Not all of them. I have a few other little resources that hopefully I'm going to a private estate tomorrow. Need to do some damage on this. Anybody have any ideas for these little undercut chips that I got here? Only thing I know of is to bring it in and then flatten the bottom a little bit more. Alright. Almost there. See how it got a little bit higher now? So now that it's a little bit, excuse me, let's do this, and then we'll do that. So you can see how it got a little bit higher. It means I can bring that bottom up a little bit. I'm sort of attacking this from two different angles. Come on. Come on. Now I gotta get that out. Same thing, I'm going to go from the top, and I'm also going to bring it in a little. So attacking from two different angles to maximize the face is basically what I'm trying to do. Just a little bit more here. It's almost gone, so I can leave it like that. Some's going to come out on the next wheel. Any facets I have will come out on the next wheel. And it should be looking pretty good. Get that down. Hi everybody, welcome in. Actually, Candy, I think this is probably Cuba Pity. It is. I'm like 100% sure it's Cuba Pity. Look at that, though. I don't know what. Is that sun flash? That's not sun flash. That's something else. I mean, it is the light coming from the phone. But I like the way it's coming through. Here comes the light again. So, it should actually look good out in the sun, but the sun's about to go down here. All right, thank you. Yeah, so I describe the processes as I go along for two reasons. One, it helps you guys, but if I say it out loud, I think I listen to myself a little bit better than if I just say it in my head. Unfortunately, that means from time to time I have things that come out of my head that come out of my mouth that probably shouldn't come out. I gotta be careful of these two little things down here, because if this wheel grabs it, it's gonna shoot right under those two metal pieces. We don't want that. My parents would, I take it as a compliment, Harold, thank you. Let me just take the compliment. Instead of digging into how deep it is for me. I'm so glad I get to share this with people. I've had quite a few letters come into, or emails come in to me. And maybe I should sit down one day and read them all to you. It might be boring to you, but some of the emails that I've had about the inspiration that I've given to other people is just fantastic. Just fabulous to me. And well, that's pretty cool. I've seen who did a good dice. I've seen Justin Cook do it over at Black Opal. I've seen Phil do it over at the Opal Mills. I've thought about doing it. I wouldn't do it with Boulder unless it was like a really, really dark matrix. unless it's just for show. So for me, I want, you know, if I was to do dice, I want to be able to use them. All right, so still got that left from the huge sand that we took out, and I've got these little speckles that all have to come out, and I might as well get them out on this wheel. I'm just sort of doing the pull out here where I'm going from the middle of the dome and slowly turning the stone from left to right and easing my pressure as I get to the two edges and as I get to the very top. And I'm going to do the same down there. Look at the color in that. I'm going to clean this up. I wasn't sure this was going to come clean. I think it probably is now. Mental Raccoon, welcome in. And everybody who's in the chat that's a creator, just keep doing it. Just keep doing it. If it's not work, just keep doing what you're doing. I think it's gonna grow for all of us. I think if you just keep consistent. It's not taking you out of your home life, or it is part of the whole home life, kind of as it is here now. But as long as it's not work, or it doesn't feel like work, keep on doing it. Because that's my plan, really. I was looking at today. So I'm going to have to do a couple of horizontal videos just to see how they do. Everything I film is in vertical. When I did the vertical live, they do have a dual state that you can do a vertical and a horizontal at the same time. But most of the people that had tried it, it had changed the amount of views that they got. It lessened their vertical views, and the horizontal views were not as high as the vertical views. And then, hey Steven, welcome in. Glad you could make it. Click. Star must have clicked you. Jed, how are you? Welcome in. So there is a way to do dual lives. It's horizontal and vertical at the same time. Supposedly they want to get it where it's pushing out the same amount of people to the vertical as it is to the horizontal. Or at least to all the horizontal people that are watching in horizontal. And then when you finish your live and you upload it as a live, it then goes into your studio as a horizontal, not as a vertical. So then the watching that people do after you're live in that horizontal is a little more pleasing, especially to those that do it on a computer screen, or they're doing it on their television, because it fits better to the whole, whether it's your monitor or your TV screen. Shane, Todd. That's a great question. So these I paid originally like $120 maybe each. I think they're up to, I forget, I think they're up to 200. Maybe $150 on the soft wheels, and about 200 on the metal wheels, the diamond. I think it's a little bit over. So just for 6 wheels, to replace all 6 wheels on this machine, I'm looking at $800 bucks. I did not, JMV. It seems to be running around. I don't know. It bounced back and forth between Knoxville and Ohio somehow. I don't know if you check out the You check out the number, you'll see. Yeah. No, it did not. I did check the mail. So this is taking a little while. If I go back, I'm gonna end up getting a facet, and I don't want a facet. There we go. A little more pressure. Alright, hopefully they get it right, Jamie. We are getting close. A little bit there. That one did much better now. I'm making a bit of a dip though. Come on. I really just want to get this clean, and then we're going to start working on the sky fire. Welcome in, everybody. Donnie, welcome in. Oh, Bonnie, I'm sorry. Welcome in. Yeah, I could. I'm going to swap out one of my lenses in my glasses, or make another one. I have not seen anybody make opal glasses yet. I've seen opal teeth. Seen opal teeth. Why does it not want to come out? Yeah, hang out for 20 seconds if you're new to the channel. I go live on Thursdays at 6, Sundays at 2. Everybody's welcome, from subscribers to regular members, people in the chat, lurkers. Everybody's welcome. We even welcome trolls. So I got some touch-ups to do on here. It's going to take me a little while. I still got that to come out, Got that little bit up there to come out. I don't know how deep that second one is. And still got one there. Got a little chip up in here. But those are all going to take a little while. And I'm going to be patient on it. I'm not going to go back a wheel. And then if we go under here, looks pretty nice. Let's see if it's still got that. Super color. That's going to look really nice out in the open in the natural sunshine. Now it's still got a little ways to go. And I'm going to get a quick picture. Let's do it on this. So I could back it if I wanted. Yeah, it's going to take a little while. I've still got 3 wheels to go, and we might do that. So let me just do this one last time. You guys are going to make me go back a wheel. I really don't want to. One last time. Yeah. You look guilty. So So let me show you guys. Toby, his favorite thing in the world is napkins. And supposedly, he didn't eat this last one. Yeah, he didn't do it. He's not guilty at all. He's got it up in his forehead. Alright. That's our little guy. He's doing so much better than he was a week ago. And, yeah, his favorite thing is to find the napkins that I've used. Yeah, Patricia, he's great. He actually, so there was a gentleman out at the school track today training a dog. The dog's about 2 years old and probably, I don't know, 50 to 60 pounds. And he was throwing the ball and retrieving and herding. And supposedly Toby has a crush. So he was chasing that dog everywhere this morning. We don't let him off the leash that much because we're afraid of big dogs being loose. He's so tiny. He could get gulped up in a minute. Alright, a little bit more out. See that? It's not ready to go yet. So I'm going to take my time on it. Let's move on to something else. Hey, Lucky. This is true. I don't know if he's figured out the toilet roll yet. Please, no ideas. Yeah, he hasn't figured that out yet. I'm sure he will one day, and we'll come home and it'll be all over the place. But I'd rather him eat napkins than the sofa or the chairs or anything like that. So still a little bit of work to be done on this, and we'll do that a little bit later. We're going to head over to the Skyfire. Let's have a look. Let's go back to the amber just to show you guys. So that's what happened after I scrubbed the edges. So now we got to get it from this rough scrubbed edge to clean again. Actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for this a little bit. I'm going to see if I'm going to do the whole face. It's not mine, I don't care. No, I do care. I probably care more about other people's stone than I do when I'm cutting my own stone. Oh, I can smell that. So, just did the whole face. A little bit still left there. Alright, I'm getting myself deeper and deeper in this one. Because I have everything that I've been over so far, I have to go over again. That's that front face. A little bit left. Looks like I'm going over the whole stone here. But I'm on the 280. You can see how much it's taking off. So I'm going to see if I can get through the crazing or clear up some of the crazing that was on there. Hi everybody, welcome in. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind hitting that thumbs up, even if you're here for 10 seconds, it'd be much appreciated. Probably what I should have done was take a window and gone through all the wheels first to see how it's prepped and how it's polished by the end, but actually a little late for that now. Alright, gonna let that dry again, and we're gonna head over to the Skyfire. So this is a natural stone, natural turquoise. I believe it's United States. I'm pretty sure it's United States. And it looks ugly on the outside, but it generally has a really nice sort of blue sky blue color to it. And that's what we're hoping for. You never really know when you start off with a piece of rough. I haven't backed it, so I gotta be gentle, especially being that it's natural. And I'm not gonna back it, not yet anyway. So let's get a quick pick on this one. There we go. I know. He was here. I don't know if he's still hanging out. They said it was natural and non-stabilized, and it is definitely natural and non-stabilized. I can't whip any. All I smell from that cut is that minerally smell when you get like some gravel, dirt, or something. It gets rained on when it's been 100 degrees outside. I'm just gonna go around the outside, clean it up. How much of the staining is going to be on the stone itself. I do have a giant piece of this, which we'll get to another day. So I have not seen this dark matrix on this before. I've not seen that going through the stone before. I see it coming down on the edge. I don't know if that goes across the whole stone right there. It may. And maybe it's just lighter on this other side. Bittersweet, thank you so much. Very kind. Oh yeah, pretty much. But summer rain on a you know, a mineral patch, a rock patch, not the tarmac, not the asphalt, not the sort of fresh grass smelling smell. One day we'll have smell-o-vision. It can't be too far off. It'll be in some sort of helmet that we wear on our head, and it triggers certain smells in your brain. Because really it's your brain that smells, it's not your nose. Alright, let's take off. Which side are we going to take off? I guess we'll start with this side. Hi everybody, welcome in. If you haven't seen the channel before, live on Thursdays at 6, Sundays at 2. If you wouldn't mind subscribing, that'd be fantastic. If not, just hit the thumbs up. And if neither one works for you, just lurk out for a little bit. It all helps. And my accent only comes out when I'm cutting rocks. Or drinking, and I don't drink anymore, so. And much as I welcome everybody here in the United States, we also have a lot of people that are watching from India and Pakistan and sort of Eastern Asia. So welcome all them in. I do not see the color coming out yet. It's in there, but it scares me. So let me keep going. Going to be the back anyway, but I'd really like to see a little tiny bit of blue coming out. And I do not see it. Yeah. Either way, that's different right there. different. Isn't that different? Way different than the other pieces I have, but I actually like it a lot. Gonna keep coming down on this side. Gonna go to the other side is what I'm doing. Okay, so I've got a little poke out here. I don't know if that's going to be I'm going to have to. I don't think it's very thick. So all those rubies up there help a lot too. And if you haven't done rubies, there's a little gift box down the bottom. You don't have to buy right away, but if you hit that gift box, it'll take you to a menu. And you get at least 2 tries, like 2 things you can go through on that menu without actually buying. So if you just want to look and investigate, you just click that little gift box and it'll bring up a menu for you. And they're all pretty cheap and fun. You get to pick the ones that maybe represent you better than some of the others. Thank you, Star. Yeah, they just add a little bit of fun to the chat and maybe to your experience on the other side there as well. This is some odd looking. What do we do? Looks like me doing the wheelbarrow race. Definitely hot and spicy. Hey, wait a minute, Stephen. Don't get me in trouble. I got myself into trouble last time. So, I see what you're trying to do. Okay, so I don't know if you noticed when I started this stone, it had like these drops, almost like it had been dripped on, almost like it was a seam piece of turquoise had broken free and then over the years had been dropped upon, and then minerals had formed on the top. It's not an epoxy, it's not a glue or anything like that. That's something that was natural. I'm starting to see underneath almost like dendrites. So I'm wondering if I bring this down a little bit more. See how I got a ring? It's almost like a ring that forms when you have opal, or if you have opal that forms from your air conditioning window unit. I know you guys didn't know that happens, but it does. Let's move over here. Let's go over. So yeah, you can actually form opal. I don't have any window units anymore like I did when I was young, but just all the silicates that are dripping from your window AC, dripping on top of each other, can actually form opal, believe it or not. There's a YouTube thing on it somewhere. Flattening out. And then we're going to see if I can get, I'm imagining that there may be rings under here, but I don't know. Just totally a guess. I've never had it happen before. I'm actually going to start bringing the edge down on my 45 because I do want to have some sort of dome. And I got to remember that I'm working with a natural stone, so I got to be careful about how thin I make it. going around the whole edge, turning the stones, trying to get my girdle about the same height. You can kind of see where I've gone around the edge. And then we're going to try and roll that. I actually think I'm going to do it on the next wheel. That wheel's just going to give me facets and take material away. This one will take material away, but it'll at least keep it round. Let's see if we can get some of the rings and maybe some of that sort of dendritic right there. I don't think it's real dendrites. I just think it's probably inclusions that have been filled in, naturally filled in. Let's roll this. Yeah, I think that's what it was. I think it was being dripped on somehow. I don't know if it was like a seam and the seam opened up and then underground it was getting sort of dripped on in a little pocket somehow. Unless it was left outside for, 100 years and got in somebody's bucket. Oh, good. Are we going to uncover a face? That'll be trippy. Kind of trippy already. Not a word I use very often on this channel. Ooh, thunder. There's not my stomach. But don't worry, thunder and lightning and water, they go hand in hand. I don't know what's going on there. Alright, Stephen's in here. We're going to do a little bit of the pull-out. Stephen Pollitt was the first recipient of the pull-out award. I will be looking for the second person soon. What are we on? I think I'm on like 2,800 subscribers, something like that. We're doing really well, and we're on the move to hit 3,000. And it's actually not out of the question. I can't believe it. Really can't believe it. Thank you all, and thank you for your support, by the way. Boop. I don't know if it's going to pop out. I'd like to get that area off right there. Look at that. That's cool. Look at that. If you get that in here, we're making a super nice spoon. Let's keep trying to find it here. Come on. Coming off, but as it's coming off, it's coming in as well. So I can flatten it out a little bit, but I want to keep the dome on here. Do a couple of slow moves here. If you're new to lapidary and you want to get started, go to your local, look up your local gem and mineral society. It's the best way to get yourself onto a machine without having to purchase it. And then after you work there for a little bit, then you can decide whether you want to invest or not, because it is fairly expensive. Or at least to most of us it's expensive. keep an eye out on Facebook and Instagram and even your local Craigslist as far as finding old lapidary machines to work with. The marketplace, even eBay has it if you're in the right area. Or just invest in, you can get a Vivor or a King Cab for a 6-inch for less than $2,000. Dusty, how you doing, sir? Let's see. Alright, I can leave it like that. Very cool. So, well, thank you, Boatman. Well, double Boatman. So I'm just going to leave it then, Dusty. So per request, this is getting, this is where I'm going to stop on this one. It is at a semi-polish on the 280 grit. Now, Dusty, would you like me to finish it on the other 3 wheels or just leave it the way it is? It does kind of, you're right. Alright, so I'm going to leave it. It's still got 3 wheels to go. If you'd like me to do the 3 wheels, let me know. But if I do the 3 wheels, I mean, we could jam it. There's no facets on it, like on the top. I pretty much blended those in. I'm just looking with a light right here. I don't see any facets on it. Alright, Dusty, we will chat. Let me show you the full size of it. We need something to show you the size. Look, I think we can do it with one of these. Not that one. Not that one. Sorry, I'm just looking for something to measure it for you. No, not that one. It's here somewhere. There we go. Let's have a quick look. So, you got inches across the top there, I think. Yeah, that's bigger than an inch. Yeah, let's go metric. So metric, it is. You just do it 35 millimeters. So that's like 1.5 inches, I think. Yeah, 35 millimeters by 20, 22. So I'll just leave it like that. Done. I'm going to do one more piece, then we're going to try and finish this amber out. It's actually really nice. That's not any crevice in there. That's same as that matrix right there. It's the same here. So that's actually flat. I'm curious there, Dusty. I am, but I will do that for you. Going in the top drawer. Point. Done. Oh, picture. That's very cool. Starting to see more things in it. Anyway, let's do that. We are going to one more little piece. This is stabilized. Point. And if you ever wanted to do what Dusty just did, so my email is in the bottom there, it's pinned to the bottom. You are always welcome to screenshot a stone, ask me to stop on a stone, and send me an email, and we will discuss price. taken if you don't like the offer that I make. You know, like, it is what it is. All I'm doing is the cost and the quality and the time it takes me to do it. And then if you have a question about anything else, whether it's about YouTube stuff or stones, materials, equipment, anything like that, just email me and I will either be able to help or I will try and put you in the right direction. Alright, kind of see where the shape's going. Let's bring that in. So this one smells like the boxy. Kind of see where I'm going. Get that round off a little bit. And we're going to take off both sides. Wow, I hope I keep some of that in there. That'd be nice. Hopefully that's in the top. Let's, we'll see on this wheel. We've had a few faces and sure that Star bought the shout. It was that really nice piece of Sheba. Parasite. Oh, I wonder if it's in my phone. Let's see if it's in my phone. Hold on 1 second. I got to do something real quick on the screen. I don't know if it'll come up or not. Oh, it did. So, you guys are looking at faces and things in my stones. Here's one. Let's do that. So, I was eating chips at work the other day for breakfast. And I came across this one. This is the back of it. I didn't know I would be able to do this. And so I started to see shapes and clouds, rocks, and now chips. Come on. Think. Look at that one. So is it a bird and a person, or is it a giant bird? What do we got going on here? Yeah, it's a great piece, though. So, yep, definitely a bird. I ate it, but some people would probably have kept it. I should have put it on eBay. So yeah, I'm losing it, and I'm starting to see shapes and everything. So, I'm glad I got to be able to share that with you guys. Alright. Not planned, just happened. Oh my goodness, look at the color of this. Wow. I like the color. This one reminds me of Neela, but it's not Neela. It's got that dark bluey, I think dark bluey green. We'll see when I turn this over. Yeah. So I thought that had a whole family of cardinals she's been talking with for I don't know how many years, 8 years, 6 years. A few of them chasing each other this morning. Look at the color on this. I like. I really like that. see if I can flatten out this side too. Oh well, maybe I'll do a short on it, Dusty. It's pretty thin, so I gotta be careful. Gotta be careful. It's getting pretty thin. Look at that. I like the other side better, but that's a good flat back. Shape's shaping up. Yeah, I got a little nodule up there that's got to come out. I'm going to do that on the next wheel, and I actually really like that. Let's move over. Really don't have to do too much on this wheel. Maybe get the girdle at an angle. That's good. Yeah, just do the girdle. Because it's so thin and it's turquoise, I can actually almost jump this middle wheel. Look at that. I like that a lot. It's I was not expecting that. This came out of the American Turquoise from Sam. And I was not expecting this color or this matrix. So it's going to blend in the top of the girdle really lightly. We're going to move on from this wheel before I take a chunk out of it somewhere. Doing this really gently. Just started to blend over that edge. Not going to be a high dome or anything, but this looks nice whichever way you do it. And now we're going to go on to the yeah, got that down the bottom there. Maybe that'll turn into a seahorse or something. I'm hoping to go to an estate tomorrow. I got invited. I don't have a set time yet, but it's a private estate. It's fairly new in that it's probably 2 or 3 weeks old, and they have a whole bunch of coins. But I also know they had some artwork, which I missed out on the artwork. But I'm sure, I would imagine, I don't think it's just a local thing, but down in Florida, they had the highwaymen. Who were just down and out, not down and out, but not doing that great. People that used to paint on the side of sort of Federal Highway. The Federal Highway used to go, so Federal Highway is Route 1, I think it is. It goes up the whole east coast of the United States. And they used to stay down here and paint and sell their paintings pretty cheaply on the side of the roads. So when they first started doing 95 and 75, but 95 and Federal Highway especially. So the estate I'm going to tomorrow has already sold, I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 highwaymen paintings. From what his wife was telling me, they sold for around $2,500 to $3,500 a painting, which in in some cases, those can sell for 25 grand, 30 grand. So I'm excited to go. I get to go with my father-in-law, which will be fun. And even if we just go to Luck, it'll be an interesting outing. Look at that. That's really nice. This might be the best piece that I've had out of that bag. And I had, where's the bag? There we go. No, not that one, not that one. Oh, this is the bag. Like, it's just stuff that he could not use. So this is a beautiful cab. Very happy. Let me do the back again. And we're going to get that sharp little wall between the bezel and the bottom of the stone. And we should be good. Yeah, I think they're down here as well, actually, now that you remind me. But yeah, I think they went, I don't know. You know, we got Daytona down in Florida there. So that's the back. Just going to take that little sharp edge off real quick. Just to stop it from chipping it out. Stop it from chipping out. It went too long there. That is good to go. I think we are moving on to the other three wheels. The Opal's going to wait. I'm going to wait and finish that off probably tonight or tomorrow. And we'll finish that off next time on the last three wheels. Dusty already got that other piece. Yep. Let's do a picture of that. There we go. We're going to move over. Let's move on over. Oh my goodness, look at it. Look at the amber now. I hope I can get this clean. I'm trusting the process. Not too bad there, but look at all that. Let's see. Oh, look at my round right there. And actually it's got a little dip in it, so we're going to take that out. I'm worried about that big chip. Look straight in the water. See that chip? It's always going to have a little crack going there. But I can't do anything about that. I wonder what would happen if you stuck it in the microwave. Would it heal everything? Would it just melt into? We'll have to do that one day. Come on, let's work on this one. Let's move on over to the other side here. But that is an idea. Might not be a good idea, but it's an idea. Alright, do that. Back you up a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. So I had it all set up when I did that little piece of coral. Let's bring the geysers over, which saved my life from the silicone. And the coupe right. No, not coupe right. I don't know, Steve. I think we're going to have to test that out. I did see a guy making rubies in his microwave with, what was it? Chromium and corundum dust. And then a little bit of aluminum wire, like really thin aluminum wire. And then he was sticking it in the microwave. Inside, you know, they make those little microwave kilns now to do glass and stuff in. So I'm just going to go around the whole surface. Then we're going to let it sit for a minute. See if it's looking any better or if I already screwed this up. So really I want to do this by hand. But yeah, there's a little microwave kiln. Hey Rosebud, welcome in. Yeah, I'd be doing that stuff outside. Yeah, I wouldn't be doing that anywhere close to my house. Maybe the neighbor's fence. And Star, I have to send you a link. It's a YouTube link. You might have seen it already. There's like a, I don't know if he's Philippine or Pacific Asian, and he's got his 2 pigeons that he runs around with and pretends to use a slingshot with and stuff. But I think he's got like 400,000 subscribers. I know you wouldn't do that to your pigeons, but he's only pretending. And yeah, we're gonna have to dress you up like a Viking warrior, and because there is a little bit of Viking up there, you know, in the top of the UK there, from the old Danelaw years, and we're gonna dress you up as a Viking and give you an axe and a sword and a shield, and you can pretend to attack the pigeons in the back garden. Yeah, I mean, go to the thrift store and buy a $10 microwave or $5 microwave. So there's no rhyme or reason about how I'm doing this, but I did just remind myself I cannot drop this stone on that metal down there. That's a good thought while I'm chit-chatting away. I don't know. Is Rock Betty still here? We could do a quick click on her. Yep. You can really see that. That wasn't me, by the way. Oh, yep, Rock Betty's in. I don't know what kind of surprise you got, Rock Betty. Uh-oh. Okay, Amber's going down. And push that water away in the back. Oh, wow. I can't turn this off. But we're gonna back it up a little bit. Well, now we'll take you out. All right, hold on. We have an addition to the Rockhound Sub Pup Club.
It's a puppy with an agate.
It's an agate puppy. This is really cool. This is Rock Betty. This was done by Freckled Cat. She watches your channel from time to time. She digs pretty deep into everybody's channels and their comments. And this is going to go in the travel caravan with everybody else. So thank you for your support. Thank you for being you. Keep doing what you're doing because I love to watch it. I know other people do. So here we go.
The agate puppy.
It's the agate puppy. That's so cool.
He's got an agate tummy.
He's got an agate tummy.
Or she.
She, yes.
Rock Betty rock.
All right. I didn't know you were doing that. And you got a heart for a nose lip. Yep, that's all just felted.
Yep.
No, nothing other than the wool itself and Freckled Cat needle felting it. So we will put you next. We'll put you next to Patricia. We'll keep you away from Stephen. and we'll put Star in between to keep everybody.
No, I think I'm gonna put Desiree in the middle.
Okay, Desiree goes in the middle. But anyway, thank you, Rock Betty. Appreciate your support. Appreciate you coming into the chat and saying hi. It all really helps, and yeah, we love you. Thank you. I don't know what she gets up to. She gets her own inspiration from wherever it is she gets it. That's really cool. That's really cool. Hey, you're welcome. Yeah, Dusty is the bouncer of everybody in there, by the way. And I don't know if actually Dusty, I don't know if you know Christy. So Christy is Ladies Who Loop. She's also a lawyer, and she just finished a huge case, I don't know, 2 weeks ago, maybe last week. And it had to do with land preservation in New Mexico. So I don't know if you read that post, Dusty, and I don't know your sentiments on the case itself, but I think she did an amazing job for her client. So. Yeah, the camper's going along. She's been doing some interior decorating on it. Far more talented than me, Patricia. I just see faces and stuff and make stuff disappear until it looks good. She has the ability to make something out of nothing, which is amazing. And dangerous. You think this is dangerous? Really? So, is that, Dusty, is that how you're going to take your retainer? Let me know. Or if you need a couple of pieces cut to represent the turquoise itself rather than just the rough. I don't know if I would be the best person to do that, actually. Alright. Kind of feel like I'm getting there. Oh, that's good. Yeah, it's on. Now it's getting hard to tell where I've gone and where I haven't. What's great about this is anything I do to make it better will fulfill the job requirements. I will not be able to make this perfect, but if I can make it look better and bring some new life back to it, that's great. Yeah, that's rough. Okay, what is that? What was that? Alright, so something just happened there. Here. I don't know what that was. I feel like maybe it got too far. That's good. I'm not sure what just happened. So maybe I think I was pushing too hard because I'm chit-chatting too much. So there's a quick tip, Betty. Don't push too hard. I mean, that's a good tip in anything, but I think while I was chatting there, I pushed on this wheel too hard. The wheel, because of its speed, dried out the water between the amber and the diamond grit on the material that's on the outside of the soft wheel. And then it started to resonate, like to sort of, what's the right word? I don't know what the right word is. It's like glue when it clings together. So it all started clinging together like a rubbery piece of glue. So definitely got to watch the pressure. That's good to know. But I didn't go too crazy. Yeah, I can feel it. Rock candy. I don't know if you... So, in the United States, rock candy to me is, you know, candy that looks like pebbles. But in England, in all the tourist traps, I guess they must have it here in the Northeast. I don't know if they have it in the Northwest. But you'll get the hard candy, and they'll have the name of the city or the town or village sort of impregnated in the end of it. So it'll be long sticks of rock candy. Well, that's what they call it. It's basically a giant piece of sugar. And they make all the tourists buy it. So yeah, rock candy like Blackpool. If you go to look up Blackpool rock candy. So this smooth, I should have weighed this, shouldn't I? Why didn't you guys tell me to weigh this before we started? Alright. I think I'm going to move on. I might have to come back in several different spots. But I want to take this out to the last wheel, the 3000, just to see if it works, or see if it polishes. Let's keep going. Everybody see okay? Get the water. Make sure I got water, so it cools, doesn't get hot, doesn't fluidify. Alright, gonna do the big face. Just stay like this. I'm going to roll over this edge all the way around that big face. That's pretty good. Buddy, I have to say, I don't know who my favorites are. I don't know. That's a pretty cool puppy, though. I don't know where she's coming up with these ideas of putting agates in puppy bellies. All right. Fine press really hard here, and I cannot do that. I gotta let the wheel do the work. We'll do the back face. Still taking off a little bit, but very little. Now really what I'm trying to do is blend those scratches back into a smooth surface. I'm not trying to take any more material off. Just trying to blend it in and see if we can get back to shiny. So I gotta get back to shiny. Hey Lucky Luke, how you doing? Sure we remember you. I forget where you're from though, Lucky. I know you told us. Yeah, I hope you're doing alright. and I appreciate you coming back in again. Ah, Desiree, you must have heard us talk about your felted puppy. For some reason, Freckle Cat thinks you're the best person to make everybody behave in the caravan. Right, Dad? He had 6 bolos on at the same time. So I hope he doesn't want to put a hole through this again. We took out where they had a hole drilled through the top and it broke off. Because if he does that, then it's gonna mark up the amber on the way through. Which actually is a good question. How do you put a hole through amber? Do you use like a hot drill bit? A cold one? Do you even use a drill bit? You have to like slowly drill it through by hand. Oh, don't do that. See? This is what happens. So this is me not minding what I'm doing. And you see how it pulled that resin? I pulled that resin and that's that there, and that's where it got pulled. And that's even on the 1200, so definitely got to watch my pressure. And I'm going to have to clean my wheels after this too. Yeah, that one he has, I forget, it's a German brand, is awesome. I would love to have one. I'd be putting holes in everything. I also think you could buy one and you could make money just drilling holes for people, even if it was just local. Oh goodness, Steve. I have to put Freckle Cat on you. No, we're gonna get Dusty on you. That's what we're gonna do. I will use probably a brick. I like to use a brick. Some people, so on the middle wheels, for me, so this is my philosophy on it. Some people use agates or something really hard. I don't like to do that. I like to get something that's soft enough that will get into sort of the little crevices of the diamonds without pulling the diamonds out. So brick to me is a good sort of consistency. It's pretty soft, but it's gritty. So I would use something gritty. Not everybody would do that. I'm taking a little time on this. I'm almost done on this wheel. I'm going to move on to the 3000. I appreciate that, Austin. It's not me, it's them. We're just here to have fun, say hi to each other. Hopefully take your mind off the dailies for the day. I don't like that. It's part of the chip, and I can't do anything about it. Unless I took that whole chip out. Oh, the chip's over there, so that's not it. No, that should come out. Let's take that out. That's just leftovers. Alright, let's go into this last wheel. And we'll let it dry and we'll see everything I missed. Because I'm sure I've missed a lot. And then I'll come back and do it at another time. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Move the water over. There we go. Yeah, thank you all for being here. If you're new to the channel and you kind of like what you see but you don't have time to spend it right now, hit the subscribe. I gotta be careful of this metal. I shouldn't have left it on there. Yeah, hit the subscribe. I go live on Thursdays at 6 p.m. and Sundays at 2 p.m. That's Eastern Standard Time in the United States. Wow, I just thought I might not be on here. I don't know if I'll be on here on Sunday. We'll see. If I'm not going to be here, I'm going to make a post. I might go on late. I think the final of the World Cup is Sunday. I just got to figure out what time it is. And even though I don't really like the final two teams, I will watch it. I call it resin. I don't know if that's correct yet. I mean, it is sap, you're right. But I think in some countries it may be referred to as resin. I'm not sure what is the definition of a resin. Let's do this big. This is a 3000 grit. If I end up not getting the polish that I want, I don't know if I'm going to put this under cerium because it does have those cracks in it, and the cerium will just jump in those cracks and shine. Like all you'll see if you picked up this stone was where the cerium ended up. So maybe the Zam would be good, but even the Zam may end up getting in the cracks. So depending on how polished this is once it dries will determine how I'm going to go about final polish on it. And I might have to do a bit more research on it. I guess we could dry it by hand, couldn't we? Alright, let me dry it by hand and we'll see how we're doing. And here they come again. Grandma's on the run. Yeah. Thank you, Star. Yeah, up to 89. Let me plug this in for a second. Alright. So before I lose you guys, that's not too bad. We're at 2 hours, so it should be good. I'm going to plug in for a second then. Let's do a dry. Let's do a hand dry, see what it looks like. Wow, okay. Hot chili. Well, if I don't say so myself, what do you think? That's dry. Woohoo! Look at that. We still got that, whatever that is. I'm going to clean that out. But look at the little, I only missed a couple of little spots. So, there's one there. I mean, I could do that, but I'm okay with that. From what it was, ladies and gentlemen, that's the chip. I can't do anything about that. From what it was, I'm actually really impressed. One there. Let me mark it up. Let me give myself a couple of dots here. No. A little bit dangerous, but I'm going to dot a couple of things. Yeah, I have a Sharpie and resin. Not good. So one, I think there. That's how tiny I did it. Just that tiny. And one right there. There. Tiny. And one more. Where is it? Can't do anything about that. So this right here is where that chip is. And unless he wants me to take that out, but that's a chunk to take out. So I'll ask him another time. And I think that's it. I think that tiny one right there. So I got 3 little ones I want to get rid of. And I think I can do them. Let's see. Is that one of them? That's one of them. Redo on this wheel. Thank you all for being here tonight. It's getting dark out. Let's do that one real soft. Where's the other one? No, it's okay. There. That's it. I'm going to leave it like that. Very happy. Yeah. I'm not sure, Harold. So it's a resin, and Freckle Cat and I were talking about this. So it's a resin, and I was like, I haven't really polished a resin before. And then she was smart enough, because I wasn't, she brought up that, you know, I polished the acrylics. So Sam's acrylics, like this. So this is an acrylic and that binds this together, the black mostly, and that polishes up really well with the Zam. My only problem with both the Zam and the cerium is that if it gets stuck in those little fractures there, I'm never going to get that out. So I might actually do it by hand somehow. Maybe if it's pouring down with rain, and we'll see. Maybe if it's pouring with rain, I'd do one at 8,000 with a wet sandpaper, and very gently. I might just leave it like this. So that's one thing I do with my commissions. I do go back to the jewelers sometimes in the middle of the commissions, and I say, listen, I've come across this fence that I'm not sure I want to cross. Do you want me to cross it? And so I don't, with commissions, I don't 100% go all the way all at once. That way they made the decision, and if it screws up, it's not on me, it's on them. So this might actually be enough on here. And compared to what it was, Harold, this is 1,000 times better than it was. It's taken out some of the crazing, taken out a lot of the chips and everything, and took off that broken bezel hole. Yeah, I think you're right, Steven. So I need a brilliant glossy finish with a micro spot, which is exactly what I just said. Alright, I'm going to leave this. This moves back. Very happy. One more dry look. I mean, that's completely dry, which isn't a bad polish in itself. And now we can see through the thing. So, actually very happy. Good. What are we going to do next? Get a picture of that. I mean, you can see through it. That's some really nice lines. I'm going to turn the light off. Nah, that's not as good. Maybe if we turn this one off too. Alright. Keep your hands to yourself. Still got some of the crazing on the back there. But I can't take all that out. It'll make the whole stone disappear. There's still a little bit. Still a couple of little spots. It's so much nicer. See the crazing? But that crazing was all over the whole stone. So. Unfortunately, no prehistoric eggs or mosquitoes or viruses, bacteria in there. Tombstone might be a good idea. It might be the giant carpet. But even with a giant carpet with... Oh, shoot. There we go. Sorry about that. Almost lost that. Glad I didn't lose that. Really good stuff. Alright. Well. Hold on. It's holding. Okay. That was a little scary. Almost lost you guys straight into the water. Do that. Kind of like we thought Star was going to fall in the river today. Let's Get a picture. Okay. Done. What else have we got down here? We have, here comes some light, I think. Doo-doo-doo. I forget what else we did. Oh, we did the one with the Opal still needs to be done. Well, it may have just gone into my pores. I'm afraid this phone holder is about to take a dip again. No, okay. Ricola. Oh, chasing people today. Oops. Oh, that's the fire engine. I hope everybody's okay. Good. Let me wipe your eyes a second here. There we go. That's a bit better. Well, I think the first question we do is I go inside and we stick the amber in the microwave. Oh, did you guys hear that? I heard a voice. Heard another voice. You got that no-touch phone. Well, Kyle, welcome in, by the way. You've been working on that. I guess you worked on that after that fire obsidian you did today, which looked fantastic. No, if you guys in the chat or up there that are lurking, if you don't know World of Rock Hounds, please go over there and subscribe. Best place to buy rocks in the whole of the United States, and he's on there consistently sourcing from all over the world, Africa, everywhere. And great fun to be in the chat as well. It's looking nice. So I'm not allowed to put resin in the microwave. Oh, you're welcome. Truth. It's easy, Kyle. When you tell the truth, it's really easy. You don't even have to remember what you said, because it's just the truth. Makes the world much, much easier. Oh, wow. I just had an idea. So I think Kyle is subscribed. But wouldn't he be a fun one to do for the rock hounding sub club? And I say that, and I can't give it away as much as I want to give it away now. But that's a really good idea. I can't tell you why it's a good idea, but I know Freckle Cat. And I think, yes, Kyle would be a great model to join everybody in the caravan. Patricia, you're on the right line. So I don't know how that would come out. Yeah, Kyle, you're going to have to start building the second floor or dig in the basement. But if you dig a basement, you're going to have need a really big sump pump. Alright, everybody, thank you so much for all those thumbs up. I think we're about to hit are we going to hit 100? We might even hit 100. Hey, Terry, welcome in. I would too, but I think I'd probably hit an aquifer along the way. It would be really good for fishing. Yeah, fish in the basement. So then you might get alligators too. So, all right, everybody, I am very happy with this. The bag that this piece came out of, I am super, super happy for the outcome. Look at that. That one we're doing on the dam for sure. Oh. I can't. So I can show you previous felted things. We can do a preview. So this is how quick Freckle Cat is at making things. At request. Look at that. All right. So Patricia, yes, you're on the right track there, Patricia. But now we have her mind is going already. Yeah, we'll do a little Zammy on that one. Zammy McJammy, that can stay over there. Oh, let's take a picture. 101, thank you all so much. What else are we going to finish? I got a few more here. Need to finish this one up, which was the red skin we did the other day. I'm just going to run for a few of these stones because they need to be caught up and finished. So we'll just keep going for a little bit. And then we'll do maybe a 3 or 4 stone zam plan at the end. Dude, I can't even talk anymore. Kyle, I don't know how you do all your sales every day. I guess it is your work. So uh-oh. She's bringing out the whole clan. Do we have any Star Wars fans? Oh, did I lose it? No, I still got it. All right, we're coming out one more time. I can't get these wet because they're felt. So last member of the family. Now go there. That is all wool.
Patience. You must be patient.
All right. Things get silly around here after dark. All right. Yeah, the thing is, she goes in for one, and then you see all the others. So. That's Baby Yoda, I think. Talking of, the estate that I'm going to tomorrow may have some Leonard Nimoy paintings. Steven. Yeah. She's a talented lady. Was that right? Yeah. Ko in the house, hey Ko. This is a little piece of Redskin Kingman turquoise here. And I like that I left the little white speckles in that side. I didn't have to, but I actually like the contrast. So going from almost black to a browny red to even some white over there. She used to sell stuff, but she probably still would, but that's not why she does it anymore. She does it for fun. It's kind of the same with rocks, so I enjoy selling, stone here and there, and it takes care of what I'm doing. Being that I have a full-time job already, my hobby doesn't need to become my job. And it isn't. I love coming on here twice a week, sharing with you guys, sharing the good stuff and the bad stuff as it happens. We all learn from it, and I learn from the chat all the time. And so I really appreciate you all being in. And that's okay, Steve. I thought about it afterwards that I should have sent 2 or something similar so we get them both up in space. I remember some of the Apollo missions. I was tiny, and actually, yeah, I was tiny. So it was after most of it was after the moon landing and stuff that I got to watch stuff. But I love the shuttle and the whole shuttle era that we did, and I'm glad we're kind of concentrating on going to the moon before we go to Mars. That's the red skin, and we'll polish that up. Let's do the big green, because I need to get the big green finished. Let's do this one. I don't know. Let's do the big green, and then we'll go to the Zam. This is a big stone to finish, but I need to get it done. So, let's get it done. Dusty, if you want, I can zam that stone where it is, or I can send it the way it is. Hey Tim, how are you? Oh, I appreciate that very much, thank you. So, actually Tim, I think this was the big chunky stuff that we got from you, like a big chunky. If you guys don't know Tim, please go over to Lapidary Experience. It's lapidary_experience. Give him a subscribe. think it came on live yesterday. I did not get to see it by the time I got notified. Yeah, just going around the girdle. And then we'll hit the Zam. And then tomorrow or the next day, I will start to finish off that Opal. So it's a little bit soft right there, but being that it's on that bottom corner, I'm not too concerned with it. Let's do some of the pull out. I think I need more water. It's a thick stone, but a fairly flat domed stone. And I think if I got too much thinner on this stone, I'd have to back it. It would end up breaking. We are at, what are we at? We're at 102 thumbs up, thank you. And if it's not Tim, hi Brandy. And if it's not Brandy, hi Penny. I got it right here, I think. Do I? Do a quick flip. I thought I did. Here we go. So I feel a little bit special. I don't know if she drew it with a machine gun or what it was, but in here I have a special drawing. That's Miss Penny, I believe. I don't know what she was thinking. Maybe that's Dave in the backyard or Tim. I don't know. Maybe you can explain it for me. But very proud to have that. So thank you. I have that one from Penny. I have a necklace from Hannah and Sam. And then I still have my, I don't know if any of you guys have them still, the little paintings you got from Addie from Stephen up in Wisconsin. So we encourage the youngsters to be creative. That's why Freckle Cat is a teacher. Move on. I'm going to do this one pretty quick. Get the back. Really. I know. Better than the Picasso I have. Yeah, I've got, are you talking about a lighter? Here's my old one, which is great, but this one's about ready to run out, and I don't, do they sell them in this shape anymore? I don't think they sell them in this shape anymore. And it's pretty much died. Oh, wrong way. Make sure my girdle's the right height. So for the last, this is like the last place I can make any changes, and really these changes have to be so small because I'm on the 1200 grit. high right there. I snuck backwards for a second. Almost done, one wheel to go. So I would also suggest, if you don't need to stop, like I could have stopped with that amber in the middle and let it dry out, come back to it tomorrow. But with some stones, you don't want to stop. You want to go through all your 6 wheels. Because what I forgot about this one, because it's been 3 days or a week, I had one little hard spot right here on the edge. Don't know why it's harder right there. It just is, and you can see it undercuts a little bit right there. So I gotta redo that. So unless you go through all your wheels all at the same time, you're gonna forget the little things that you noticed the first time you were cutting it. But I do it for your guys' entertainment. So I like to go through the first 3 wheels because we get to reveal everything and sort of get a semi-good look of what it's going to be like when it's finished. So I had a friend that he got hold of, I don't know how many years ago this is now, but he got hold of one of the Elon Musk flamethrowers when they originally came out. Still not sure how he did it. Because he didn't make many. I think he made like 10,000 of them. Now you can get them made to burn your weeds in the backyard, but I think he did. Let's get that bottom edge, and we'll finish the girdle right there, all the way around. So I don't need to push too hard on the 3000 at all. It'll actually only fracture something, make a cut into something, like burn it. Hey Stephen, how are the fires or the smoke at your area, by the way? We're talking about lighters. How's the smoke up where you are? I know it was drifting down from Canada pretty heavy. Oh, don't get her singing, Stephen, please. I'll hear Disney all night. We'll start hearing Let It Go coming out of the kitchen in a minute. All right, done. We've only got 3 to do on the van. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Get this off. Can turn this off. Should No, got one more to do. Shouldn't take long. Shouldn't take long. Gotta finish it. Flat side over the top, flat side around the corner to the bottom, flat side, pretty good. Get that girdle right there, turn it around, get the girdle right there, come onto the ends, girdle right there, girdle on the other end, so that's the 4 girdles. Then get the flat side up to the top of the triangle, round a little bit, round a little bit. Now we go to the other end with a short, oh, you can't see. Aha! Sorry about that. Oops. Little girdle right there, and the flat. And then you get the back. It's good to go to the next one already. Like, I have enough stones to my left here that we could be out here for hours, but we're not going to do that today. Flat here. Hope everybody's got plans for the weekend. If you don't, watch England beat France on Saturday. I'm hoping. If they don't, they might not be able to go home. They already lost to Argentina. Uh-oh. There we go. Eucharist. I'll probably get banned. I don't know. Almost done. Just have 4 little angles to do. There's one. Ooh, dang it. Okay, I thought it was, I don't know where that came from, but that's not good. So I'm going to clean my whole machine out if I've got that in here. Alright. I thought I just boned off the tip. And big end. We are done. Alright, I got 4 stones to it. Now we can turn it on. Thank you, Jeannie. Try and get over to the Zam without falling over. Boop, boop, boop. There we go. The stones are too wet to zam yet. Let's find something to dry them with. This is my zam station. Could be better. Alright. you for sticking around the whole time. I love you guys for that. So it's already got a decent polish. That's the red skin we're going to do. This is the big clunker. I hope the Zam brings a better polish out on that. This is probably one of my favorite surprises of late. That must have, I don't know, is that a flat spot? I don't think so. No, just not a domed, very high domed. And lapis. So it's worse than I started. Let's try the lapis first. I hope it doesn't go flying, and then we'll charge it. Here we go. Let's see. So I do need to test this. I did an awful job. Awful. Yeah, I did an awful job on the lapis. But that's the bottom, so I'm okay with it. That's awful. How did I do that? Let's see what happens. Yeah, it's just not flat. Huh. This one could fly. I don't know what I did. Something happened. The other stones are fine. I don't know what happened. Ah, you ding. You know what I did? Rat-a-tat-tat. So it didn't make an effect on the turquoise, but it did affect the lapis. Any guesses of what I did if you've been here for a little bit? I know what I did. I know what I did. When it's reacting, but... So I did not, even though I talked about it, I did not clean my wheels from the amber. So I think the resin, for whatever reason, yeah. Exactly, Jed. And that made a difference to that one. I'm not sure it made a difference to the turquoise. I don't think it did. So for whatever reason, the lapis, whether it's the sulfates in the lapis or the red, well, I don't know. But I talked about it, right? And then I went back and I did that lapis. Serves me right. So let's polish these three. I was chatting with Rock Betty about it. Let's do a little bit of extra Zam. Zam is a chromium aluminum oxide wax. Very cheap. Super on phosphates. Well, there you go. You learn a few things from the amber. With the amber, you can't press too hard. If you're going to go dry, you got to go slow. There's one for you, Stephen. Yep. So amber, amber, if you're going to go dry, you got to go slow. And if you're going to go wet, don't press too hard. And then when you're done, don't forget to clean up after. Look at the polish on that. Because if you don't clean up after, you might get a reaction. Oh goodness. I'm going to get in trouble when I go in the house. Right, Kyle? Oh, I'm sorry. Oops. Busted. All right, let's do the front. This is actually polishing up really nicely. So for what we paid for this, I think there were 2 pounds in there. Hey, look at that polish. Hee-hee. So it's goldy up the top there, didn't, but everything else really nice. Yeah. Wow. I'm super impressed with this material. I thought when we took it on the saw 3 weeks ago, it was just going to crumble. Then it held together through the 6 wheels, and it's given a really good polish too. So, very happy. I know I'll be out for the night. It's hot, so it doesn't, yeah. Let's finish off the red skin, which we've shown a few times. But need to get it finished. I've got other stones out there that need to be finished. So I might just do a finishing session. Like I said, we go through a lot of stones in the lives, get them to pass the 3rd wheel, and then they sit on the side in the shop and don't get finished. And I think once a month at least, we need to have a full-on 2.5, 3-hour session where I'm just finishing up stones. Hi, Patricia. We don't have it yet. All right, let's have a peek. Look at that. That's just a lovely cab all around. Really, really nice. That's the red skin Kingman. Yep, Jed's fault. There we go. Kink. Last one. So I'm gonna take off those little last one. I love this one. Very much reminds me of Nila Turquoise on the color. The matrix is different. The Nila Turquoise is a little more red, and it has red quartz in it sometimes, which is fabulous. Let's get the back. So my only ask of everybody today is please go out and support all the other rock hounders and creators that have been in the chat, even the ones that aren't in the chat. It's great to go out and support them because it supports the rest of us at the same time. And I love you guys for sticking around this whole time. Go England on Saturday. What do we got in rubies? $2.95. We're great. We're good. What a great live. Had a lot of fun. I always have fun. Thank you, Freckle Cat, for showing Rock Betty Rock. And also for Yoda, and then the Gnome. Kyle, thanks for coming in. Steven, thanks for coming in. Jed, Dusty, Patricia, Desiree, Kyle, whoever. I'm forgetting people already. Lucky Luke. Candy. Austin as well. here at the beginning, thank you for being here. Welcome to all my friends from India and Pakistan. Love to have you in. And if you're still up at night, you should go to bed. You probably got to go to work in the morning like me. We've done so much for you. Isn't that good? That's a beautiful piece. Beautiful. All right. Thank you all. We'll be back on Sunday. If I don't make it for 2 o'clock, because I'm not sure what time the game is, I will come on at some point. And if I'm not coming on, I'll come on Saturday night, and I'll put out a post about it. Star, thank you so much for being here and being up so late. Love you to death. Opal guy, thank you. And one last little click. You too, Tom. Thank you. Tim, thank you for coming in. /Brandy. Brian, thanks for being here also. What are we at? 57. So if you go over to Robert's channel, if you go over, say hi from RocksAlot. I'll be in there in a minute. I believe he's doing a premiere cut over there of some Opal. So that's global prospecting. Chad, thank you. All right, we'll see you all next time. Probably Sunday. Love you guys. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. In the meantime, take care of each other. Most of all, take care of yourself. Cheers for anybody I missed. Thank you. Bye now.